It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. SFLm action here on YouTube, and we got ourselves a barnstormer here, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams coming off victories, looking to continue the roll. The 2-1 Philadelphia Cougars come to visit in Albuquerque, New Mexico, while they face the 1-2 Albuquerque Adams. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Albuquerque. My name is Brett Solberg. Along the booth, alongside me is Rochelle Colston, and of course, our producer extraordinaire, Cameron Irvine. Rochelle, these two teams coming off victories last week, riding off a high right now. What do these teams need to do to continue that momentum?
Well, Philadelphia needs to limit their interceptions. They've thrown 5 so far this season, compared to Albuquerque, where Dots has only thrown 1. I think, as far as Albuquerque is, I'm interested to see who receives the backfield strength to put anybody back there.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot of times. That we've seen that multi-back set with Craig Reynolds, and you can see Tarantino, Tyler Gregory, Dalton Barker. We can go through that roster later on. But Albuquerque, the home team, is going to get this football first to start things off, and we're just a few moments away from kickoff. Here we go. Kickoff high and far, going into about the 16-yard line. Back to return is the receiver. Gets to around the 35-yard line, and that is where Albuquerque is going to start, led by quarterback Roquan Dots, the big towering behemoth. 6'8", 240 pounds, has looked pretty impressive over these first 3 games here, Rochelle.
And he can almost be a linebacker out there, Britt.
A massive size at 6'8". You strive to have anybody in any position that size. Albuquerque's going to start their first play with a 3-receiver set. They're going to move 1 receiver, looks to be Clarence Lee, over. Back to throw, and their first play is Dots, and he's looking for one of his receiving targets, does not get it, and it's going to lead to a 2nd and 10.
A nice play by the defender there, just to be in the way of the ball.
Yeah, and the big key for Philadelphia is that the secondary has to stay intact with that wide receiver trio that you see on the bottom there. Barker, Lee, and Tarantino will go through their offense after this play. 2nd and 10, 3-receiver set once again. They're going to move Dalton Barker from left to right. And it is going to be a 2nd straight pass for Dots, and he's going to sling this far, and it's not at the target of Bobby Tarantino on that right side. And let's quickly go through this Albuquerque offense before this 3rd down happens. We talked about Roquan Dots, the running back new duo of Craig Reynolds and the Week 3 signing Norman Gus. You've also got the wide receiver trio, like I said, Dalton Barker, Clarence Lee, and Bobby Tarantino. Tight end duo of Dot Williams and Tyler Gregory. And you got Mango Moody over on the guard side. Left side, you're going to look at 55. It's going to be a rollout on 3rd down for Dots. He's going to sling this over. One-handed catch, almost gets to Clarence Lee, but it falls incomplete due to great defense from Dominic Shalizzi over on the free safety side. It's going to lead to a 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, that was a quick 3 and out for Albuquerque, not using their run game whatsoever, going straight for the air raid.
Yeah, 3 straight throws leads to 0 yards, and it's going to be an immediate punt back to Philadelphia's side. The punt goes high and a little bit to the left. It is going to be returned for maybe a yard. And it's going to lead to Philadelphia going to the 16-yard line, and we are going to see the man under center in Brock Williams, number 1, 6'4", 225. And like you said, Rochelle, has had 5 interceptions in these first 3 games.
Yeah, I think he's had to take that ball just a little bit more. If they like their run game, let's stick to it for a while in this game just to feel the defense out.
1st down, we're going to see split backs from Philly, and they're going to hand this baby off to Brandon Brennenstall to get 4 yards to set up that offense. And let's quickly go through that Cougars offense. We talked about Brock Williams and Brandon Brennenstall. We can't forget about that 2nd running back in Frank Udon. The wide receiver trio is King Alexander, Ben Shad Kay, and Jared Dumas. They've got 3 tight ends to look for: Cables McGill, Daisy Peace, and Jonathan Kilgore. And they got new signing Week 4 of Byron Oden over on the guard side. Udon gets 5 more yards and makes it a 3rd and 1 for Philadelphia.
Yep, I like how they're starting off with this run game. Like I said, Brandon already has 245 yards in the season. So look to see him quite a few times here tonight.
Yeah, and you want to relieve the pressure off of any newer quarterback. You know, a large chunk of experience difference between Dots and Brock Williams here. Now setting up a 3rd and 1. They've got a heavy set formation. They're going to toss to the opposite side to Brennenstall. He's going to shake off one defender and just get enough for the first down before getting tackled by the defender. Looked to be Sullivan Tyson, the free safety, coming in off the opposite side. Let's quickly talk about that Albuquerque defense. Defensive line is highlighted by defensive end Seth Harrison, linebackers Lucas Gilbert, Seth Berlin, and Sonny Sky. Corners Dustin Sikosi, Sidney Galloway, and Maxwell Quimby. And then you got your safeties in Sullivan Tyson and Dylan Bamsler. 1st and 10. Philly's going to shake off one man, Daisy Peace, lady I should say, over to the one side, and they are going to get a yard from Udon. Great job from the Albuquerque defense and Lucas Gilbert to shore up that middle of the field.
Yeah, with all those tight ends, you think they'd have a great running game. And they don't even have the guard out there. So, I mean, good stop by Albuquerque.
2nd and 9. They got 2 receivers on the left side. Brennenstall in the back. It's going to be a quick throw from Williams, aiming for Daisy Peace. I don't think Peace was ready for that throw immediately, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now, both of these teams, you know, trying to move the ball down the field. The Wingard pickups to 3rd and long here, Brett.
Yeah, 3rd and 9 coming up for Philly. They're going to set 4 receivers out. Plenty of options for Williams to choose from. It's going to be a 5-step drop from Williams. Pocket closing, but he still gets it off and gets a great catch from Jared Dumas over on the left side to move the chains. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Yeah, nice play, nice protection for the quarterback there, but gave him time to find the receiver. Nice coverage, though. The defender was right there with him. It's a great play.
Very tight, very tight coverage. That's definitely one of those needle in a haystack moments from Williams. First completion of the contest between either quarterbacks, and it goes to Brock Williams. Now 1st and 10. It's going to be an offset eye. They got their fullback on the left side, and they're going to hand it off to Brennenstall straight up the gut, and that's going to be a good result. 8 yards up the gut. Doesn't get touched until the 2nd level, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, Brennenstall is. I like to see him run up the middle. That's where he gets his best yards from. Whenever you use him up the middle, he'll probably get positive gain.
Coming into this game, 57 carries, 245 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns from Brennenstall. It's been a big part of this Philly offense early on. Heavy setup for 2nd and 2. They're going to hand this one off to Udon, but the Albuquerque defense, led by Sonny Sky, finds a way to get to him, but we do have an injury out on the field. It is going to be that opposite end, defensive end from Seth Harrison that's going to go down, and any loss on defense is going to be tough.
Yeah, definitely. If these teams, only have like 2 defensive linemen, basically, so if you lose one.
And next man up mentality for Albuquerque here, but it's the 3rd and 3. They got a 1-yard loss out of that play earlier. They're going to shift Cables McGill over from right to left, maybe shore up that left side for one more run. There's going to be a pass instead, and Brock's going to throw this one and finds Daisy Peace down the middle of the field. One-on-one battle between a tight end and a secondary is always going to lead to a tight end catch. 1st down.
Yeah, definitely. This poor cornerbacks don't stand a chance against a tight end in the middle of the field. That's where the tight ends are best, and they're protecting the middle of the field very well here so far.
Yeah, and all credit to Dylan Bamsler, the strong safety. He is a big body at 6'3", 230, but Daisy Peace is just a little bit more natural with that big body and is going to get the catch. 1st and 10 for Philadelphia. They're going to shift the receiver. Looks to be Benshad K from right to left over to the left slot side. They got split backs. It's going to be another throw from Brock. He's going to sling it over the right side. Gets a very good catch from King Alexander and gets to the out-of-bounds sideline. 2nd and 4.
That time it just felt a little bit of pressure coming from the defensive line. Found this receiver quickly and just got rid of the ball just in time, basically.
Yeah, and what Albuquerque's done well in this drive so far is that they've hurried a lot of progressions from Brock Williams so that he has to rely on whoever is open the most. But he's still getting those passes off. 2nd and 4. He's going to toss this ball off to Brennenstall, and the defense manages to get to Brennenstall at the line of scrimmage. Sidney Galloway, the corner, getting to the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Like I was saying before, Brendan Stahl's much better as a straight up the gut. He's a strong back.
Big power back is Brandon Stahl, but Udon is going to be in the back this time. But Brock is going to decide to throw open space over to the right side, and it's going to be 6. Jared Dumas finds the end zone, puts 6 on the board for Philadelphia.
Oh, did he get that wide open?
Oh, there you see it. It was a cross track between Dylan Bamsler and another defender that got caught between each other, leading to Dumas getting wide open on the right side. And that's going to be benefits to the road team, Philadelphia Cougars, who are going to strike first.
Impressive drive there by Philadelphia.
Kick is up and good. It's going to lead to 7-0 early start. 12 plays on that drive for 85 yards. Impressive start to the game for Philadelphia. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career, or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It is never too late to get involved. Quick return from Albuquerque from Dot Williams, gets himself to the 35-yard line, and Albuquerque needs to respond quickly if Philadelphia is going to have a roll like they did on that last drive.
Yeah, definitely. I think Albuquerque needs to settle in. Need to not be so one-sided, start running the ball a little bit here.
They do have running back options in Craig Reynolds and the Week 3 signing in Norman Gus. They're going to move Barker from right to left on 1st and 10. It's going to be another throw from Roquan. He's got plenty of time to look around. He's going to find one of his targets, Bobby Tarantino, down the middle of the field. And that's how you get an easy 15 yards. First down for Albuquerque.
Yeah, and both of these teams are favoring the middle of the field. I mean, why not? Get receivers that open.
And look at the open pocket time that Dots had as well. No white jersey to be seen around Roquan Dots, so he could comfortably go through all his targets, see who was open, get to Bobby Tarantino. Great work from the offensive line, Albuquerque, led by guard Mango Moody. It's going to be 1st and 10 again. They flip the field. Now they're going to be at the 43-yard line. They're going to move Dot Williams over to the left side. It's going to be full on that left, and they're going to hand off the ball. It's going to be a fumble. It's going to be immediately recovered by Philadelphia. Great work by that linebacking core led by Ben Bowman and Jimmy Burgett to get the fumble, and more importantly, the defensive line to get that turnover.
Oh, that's almost a disaster for Albuquerque at this point.
And very interestingly, the first handoff of the game from Albuquerque leads to disaster and the turnover. Now Philadelphia have themselves the football at the 43-yard line, just where Albuquerque was, and they're going to hand this ball off to Brendan Stahl. He's going to power his way through for 5 yards to start off their drive. 2nd and 5.
A nice run by Brendan Stahl. I mean, 2nd and 5 is a great place to be at.
And like you said before, it's all about getting Brendan Stahl to run up the gut, use his power, get that power game going, get that run game going, and it's going to pay dividends. And just like you see on that play, going to hand it off on 2nd down to Udon, and not as similar of a result. Bamsler gets to him, but not before Udon gets a yard. 3rd and 4.
I mean, Udon's a rookie. I mean, he's just learning from Brendan Stahl. He'll probably get better as the season goes on.
Yeah, plenty of time and development for Udon to kind of break out and win his own, but fourth game of your SFLm career, it's going to be a little bit tough. Brock Williams throw on the left side. It's going to be caught by King Alexander. And man, this Brock Williams has looked really impressive in this first quarter.
Yeah, I think Albuquerque needs to put a little bit more pressure on Williams. They're giving him time to throw, and he's finding his open receivers and making great passes. Yeah,
a little bit of a zone action. Maxwell Quimby was the main man on coverage on Alexander, but decided to stay kind of in a flat zone area, and that's what led to the open catch for King Alexander. 1st and 10 at the 42. It's going to be a 2-receiver set off, set I. Handoff right to Brennanstall. And again, going up the middle, breaking a defender down and getting 6 yards, getting basically 2 tacklers to bring him down. 6-yard gain.
If I was Philly, I'd keep pushing Brennanstall up that middle all night long so they can find an answer for it.
Basically, until he runs tired and he needs to get some O2 in his system, get an oxygen tank on the sidelines. They're going to go heavy set on 2nd and 4. And it's going to be a toss play to Udon on the left side, but is quickly responded by the Albuquerque defense. Look to be Quimby again on the tackle, 3rd and 4.
We're going to see another passing play from Philadelphia here. They've been very successful on 3rd down so far.
Albuquerque Stadium starting to raise the roof a little bit, trying to get their defense going, get them a stop on 3rd down. Brock back to throw. He's going to find one of his targets down the middle of the field again. This time it's going to be tight end Cables McGill to get a 1st and goal for Philadelphia.
Well, Brett, I mean, that was just a beautiful play.
Yeah, and again, Albuquerque looking to get the pressure from the edges, but those edge tacklers for Philadelphia this time responding very well, giving Brock plenty of time to go through his progressions, find McGill down the middle, and now it's going to be 1st and goal inside the 7-yard line. This is prime Brennanstall territory. They're going to go pass on 1st and goal, though. They're looking for the fade, and they get the fade! Daisy Peace gets the catch after breaking off a defender, puts 6 more on the board for Philadelphia.
Are you kidding me, Brett? I mean, when I thought they'd start running the ball up the gut, coming with a beautiful pass. I mean, on the run, look at that beautiful catch in traffic.
And I'm not sure that Quimby was quite ready to go one-on-one with a tight end on that far side. It was a great call by Philadelphia to go with a tight end on that lone side and go with a one-on-one because it paid off to dividends. And now, after this extra point, up and good. It's going to be 14-0. A little bit of a shock start here in New Mexico. Albuquerque been sent 2 straight gut shots.
And in this first quarter, Philadelphia's basically had the ball about 7 minutes in the first quarter. So Albuquerque defense needs to stay on the field.
Philadelphia's been finding a way so far in this first quarter, and that's what's led to 2 touchdowns. They're going to kick things back off to Albuquerque's side. It is going to be returned by 81, Dot Williams, and it's going to go all the way to the 33-yard line. And this drive, they need to figure something out. They need to really respond to what Philadelphia is bringing to the table tonight.
Right, definitely. I mean, you're down 14-0 in the first quarter. Still plenty of time, but you can't let this game get out of hand either.
No, and that's not what you want to do at home, is to get that road team to have a comfortable advantage, especially this early into the game. They need to find some type of response. Any type of points, if I'm the coach, is still something. 1st and 10, they're going to have 3 receivers and 1 running back on the offside, and they are going to hand it off. Looks to be over to Craig Reynolds, and he's going to get 6 yards. Good movement from the offensive line to get 6, 2nd and 4.
You're definitely not like this play. You can't be one-sided like they were before. You keep the ball and not fumble it.
Yeah, and the big difference from that last play that led to the fumble and this play, plenty of open space on the gap. 2nd down, they're going to fumble the football again, and it's again recovered by Dominic Shalizzi. Free safety coming in, Havo Ramsey with the big fumble. And man, this Philadelphia Cougar squad is ready to play.
He's 2 straight drives and 2 straight fumbles by the running backs. Not looking good there.
Yeah, and Rochelle, every time I've wanted to try to get to talking about that Philadelphia defense, they start highlighting themselves by getting fumbles and fumble recoveries. 1st and 10 for Philadelphia at the 45. They're going to hand things off to Brennanstall, and is going to get tackled by Sunny Sky for just a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9.
A nice stop there by Albuquerque, but 2 turnovers already in the game.
I mean, that's one way to take the Albuquerque fans out of it right away, is to get 2 turnovers on basically 2 straight drives. And if Philadelphia convert on this, it's going to be huge. Back again to Brennenstall. It's going to get pushed over, but gets 5 yards out of it. 3rd and 4 coming up for Philadelphia.
Let's see, I think I'm going to get a big stop here. No contract kicker. I'm not sure if they're even in field. Nope, they're not even close to field goal range yet.
Yeah, SFL kickers, they are not. They're not going to convert from 50 yards. They're going to hand it off one more time to Brennenstall, and does get stopped again by Sunny Sky, 2 yards short. And for the first time in this contest, Philadelphia faces a 4th down.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Albuquerque's defense has to be tired at this point. They've been on the field for almost the whole first quarter.
No, very exhausted, and they're probably going to see the end of this first quarter by being mostly on the defensive side. Punt is up and away, going far right. Very short, though. We'll have to see if that ball will extend any further, and it will a little bit to the 24-yard line. So a bit of a favorable bounce for Albuquerque. Very short punt. It's going to lead him to decent field position.
That was a very short punt.
All air, no distance from Tupa, it looks like. And now Roquan Dots may need to figure things out through his arm. His running backs have given him 2 turnovers so far. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. It is going to be a pass on 1st down. Dots to throw, and it's in and out of the hands of one of his targets. Looked to be the real Dot Williams this time. He's wearing 80, not 81 on me, so he's been kind of screwing me up on those kick return. I got to figure out the name of that guy, but nonetheless, 2nd and 10. There's going to be a trips bunch over the left side of Roquan Dots on 2nd and 10. He is going to take a 3-step drop, set back a little bit more, and it is going to be caught by Dalton Barker with 8 seconds left, and that might be the final play of your first quarter here, Rochelle.
Yeah, and both teams are like in the middle of the field.
Yep, but there's only been one side that's gotten the results out of it, and there it is. The end of the first quarter has happened. Philadelphia puts in a little bit of a shocker to start things off, 14-0 in favor of the Cougars. We'll be right back. This is the SFLm on YouTube. Second quarter about to get underway. My name is Brett Solberg alongside Rochelle Colston in the booth. 14-0 is your score over in Albuquerque in favor of the Philadelphia Cougars, but Albuquerque has the ball to start things off. There's going to be a handoff to Reynolds, and he is going to get a little bit of pressure, but still gets 5 yards on that run, leads to a 2nd down.
You know, every time Albuquerque runs the ball, I kind of just hold my breath.
Yeah, that's the big key here, is that they need to establish this run game, protect the football, and that's what's going to lead to later success in the pass game from Dots. And this ball off again is going to be to Bobby Tarantino. And he talked about how they like to utilize wide receivers and tight ends as running back options. There you see it here.
And that one didn't really pan out very well when they actually lost a yard.
Yeah, it was great. It was great work by the defensive line to kind of short up the gap and force Tarantino to basically lose a yard on that. 3rd down, Dots back to throw. He's got time. The pocket collapsing, though. It's going to be intercepted. Another turnover caused by Philadelphia, and Miranda Dumas gets a turnover on the catch, and we got ourselves a penalty. And it is going to be defensive pass interference. Take the interception out. Albuquerque's got that football back, automatic 1st down.
Little number 45.
That's Florida product J.J. Bailey on the infraction, and now Albuquerque has a 2nd chance on this drive. Automatic 1st down, has them flip the field at 35-yard line. They're going to go 5 deep. He's going to be back to throw again. Gets a floater to Barker, and that's going to do the work there. Quick 1st down throw and catch, and Albuquerque's moving those chains.
So Philadelphia gave Albuquerque a gift here. Let's see if they can get some production out of it, get some points on the board.
A great ball thrown over the head of the linebacker, getting into Barker's hands, and those are the kind of throws you want to get out of Roquan Dots. 1st and 10. 3 receivers set, an offset running back. 2 Dots is left. It's going to be a handoff to that running back. That is Gus Gus, who is going to get 4 yards on the run. Great work to get his first carry of the game and get positive yardage.
It's a big back in the backfield. He's 6'4" and 240 pounds.
Yeah, that is the prototype build to be a power back. 6'4", 240. My goodness. 2nd and 6. They got one receiver on the right, but they are going to hand things off to Dalton Barker, who is going to get a couple extra yards. Make this an interesting 3rd and 3 coming up for Albuquerque.
Anyway, Albuquerque, you never know what you're going to get in the backfield. It's like a box of chocolates.
That's very true. Now you see that split backs formation coming in. Tyler Gregory is going to be that left side running back along with Craig Reynolds. And instead they're going to give it to Gus Gus. I'm mistaken, but Philadelphia's defensive line just breaks through. Ben Bowman coming in with the tackle for loss. There's going to be 4th down for Albuquerque.
I think you'll see a field goal unit come out now. 3 points are better than nothing, Brett.
A hefty lefty coming in, Sebastian Janikowski. From 37 yards out on the right hash marks. This is to get Albuquerque on the board. It's going to swerve left and hit right down Main Street. Albuquerque ends off their drive with a field goal, but the more important thing is that they get on the board. It is now 14-3 in favor of the Philadelphia Cougars.
Most importantly, Brett, they gave their defense a rest for about 3 minutes.
That's a big thing too as well. If you can get your defense to rest a little bit, get a little bit more rejuvenation, it's going to help out for their ensuing drive. It's a great point you got there, Rochelle. Ball kicks off, and it's going to be returned at around the 15-yard line. Receiver's got plenty of space to go through. Gets past the 35 to the 36-yard line. And has been all smiles from the Philadelphia side of the bench, especially on the offensive side. Can they continue that momentum?
It's a nice return to start the drive off, for sure.
Yeah, and when you have one of the faster players in the SFL league in King Alexander coming in to get your returns, you're going to get some results out of it. And right now, Philadelphia's had, the field position game kind of covered through these first 13 minutes. 1st and 10, they're going to be 2 receivers off to the left side, and they do have Brandon Brennenstall in the back. There's going to be a throw from Brock Williams. Shades a little bit to the left, finds a target down the middle. Benshad K, nice route running, leaving him wide open with a quick 1st down for Philadelphia.
Yeah, this defense needs to learn how to protect the middle of the field. I mean, no one should be that wide open in the middle of the field, sorry.
Yeah, and the big thing that we're seeing from Albuquerque, a lot of zone being played right now. So there's open holes that you can utilize if you're Philadelphia, and they're finding those holes. And that's a result of it. Brock Williams starting off this game 8 of 9. 1st and 10, they're going to hand things off to Udon. He's got plenty of space down the middle and doesn't get touched before past the 2nd level. Gets a 7-yard gain on 1st down to make it 2nd and 3.
Nice run by Udon there. Nice hold by the offensive line.
And any chance you can get, big yardage from, say, your 2nd in the depth chart, as I put air quotes on there, and Frank Udon, it shows how well that offensive line has worked so far in this game. They're going to shift Daisy Peace out a little bit further from the left side, and it's going to be a toss to Brennenstall, trying to get through, doesn't quite get the 1st down. Key stop from Sullivan Tyson to make it 3rd and inches.
At the time, Philadelphia had 7 down linemen. 7.
Yeah, they brought the house. They knew that they were gonna, bring the heat, and got the tackle. But this is a big 3rd and inches coming in for Udon, and he's just going to get the 1st down. Maxwell Quimby a little bit too late to the call, and Philadelphia is going to move the chains.
And that time, Philadelphia's using everybody. They had, tackles, guards, and tight ends on both sides.
Pretty sure they brought their cheerleaders to be on the edge side as well. And there we see it again. Heavy set. 2 tight ends offset on the left side for 1st and 10. It's going to be a run right up the gut for Brennenstall. Sheds off one tackler, but Bamsler gets to him not before getting 5 yards, setting up a 2nd and medium.
I mean, Brennenstall's probably averaging about 5 yards per carry up the gut.
Yeah, around 4 or 5 yards easily for Brennenstall And like you said earlier, keep him up the gut. He's going to get you those yards. 2nd and 5, they got themselves a heavy set. This feels like nothing other than a run at this point.
You think?
And I don't blame him. That run game's working well. It's going to be a handoff to Udon down the middle. And he is going to get 3 on the run. Albuquerque bringing in the heat, but Udon still gets 3, 3rd and 2.
And you 3rd and 2, very manageable here. Very, very manageable run even. Let's see what they do.
Yeah, you can clearly tell from Philadelphia's game plan offensively to dictate the time of possession on this one. Just one receiver out for 3rd and 2, and it's going to be a toss to Brennanstall. Open space. Bamsler trying to get to him, but not before Brennanstall crosses the plane, or crosses the line, I should say, for the 1st down.
And what Philadelphia is doing now is they're just eating clock. They're using their run game to slow this game down, keeping Albuquerque's defense on the field.
Yeah, it's again the thing you said about rejuvenating that defense. Great catch, great throw and catch to King Alexander for another 1st down. Like you said earlier, as much as Albuquerque's defense gotten a rest from their scoring drive, they're just getting tired again.
And that time they ran the ball. Oops, here's a pass. He caught the defense a little bit off guard there.
It's been very smart throwing from Brock Williams up to this point. King Alexander has caught all his targets. Hasn't been anything too fancy, but it's worked for them. 1st down, handoff to Brennanstall. Gets a little bit stuck on that line of scrimmage and only gets 3 yards out of it. 2nd and 7.
Great play by the strong safety Dylan Bamseller that time. With a big stop.
Yeah, big plays so far from Albuquerque's defense in the form of Sunny Sky and Dylan Bamsler in this 1st half. Got to highlight them for sure. It's going to be another heavy set on 2nd down. Just one receiver to the right. They got a fullback right in front of Frank Udon, who's going to get the ball. Sky trying to get to Udon, but Udon pushes himself forward, gets another 5 yards out of it. 3rd and 2 coming up for Philadelphia.
Yeah, both backs are having more success up the middle than anything else, so nice run.
And it's, again, got to give credit to the offensive line to opening that gap. But there's another heavy set, but Albuquerque bringing the house on 3rd down. It's going to be a toss to Brennanstall, who's got wide open space. They weren't focused on the edge. They were focused on down the middle, and Philadelphia gets another 6 on the board.
Great blocking by Philadelphia there. Brennanstall basically just walked to the end zone untouched. Number 47, number 44, great blocking up front.
Yeah, it's great work from Philadelphia. Like you said, they kept pushing the ball down the middle, and then when they got close, let's run a toss play. And Albuquerque did not expect it. Now it's going to be the 3rd offensive scoring drive for Philadelphia, all ending in touchdowns. Extra point, place, kick, up is good. Now make it 21-3. Philadelphia in control in this 2nd quarter. Have you ever wanted to be a play-by-play or analyst broadcaster? We are looking for passionate SFL participants or viewers like you to join the team for the next SFL season kicking off next month. Please visit sfl.net/broadcasting for more details on how you can get involved and get your voice on the call. And any voice would be better than my voice at this point. Kickoff returned over for Albuquerque. There's plenty of space moving down the field. Sheds off a tackle from the kicker. But Clarence Lee giving Albuquerque great field position. This might be the sign of life that Albuquerque needs.
Coming into this game, he's averaging 27 yards per return. So he's a very dangerous returner.
Dangerous at this point, but I don't believe he crossed the 40-yard line until this game here. So Clarence Lee doing a great job in getting Albuquerque's offense into good field position to start off. At the 41, 1st and 10, they got themselves 3 receivers. They got Reynolds on the offside. They are going to move Dot Williams from right to left. Stay on the line. Play clock down to 6. Bring it down to 3 before the snap. It's going to be a 5-step drop for Dots. He is going to shift right and is going to get a great throw to Dalton Barker for the 1st down.
Great throw and an even better catch. Going to climb the ladder, getting that ball up there.
And more important, throwing to the opposite side, he shades right and throws to the left side. It's a tough thing for a quarterback to do, and Dots connects with Barker so easily for that first down.
Also a dangerous thing for the quarterback to do.
That's very true. 1st and 10, 3-step drop, and it's,
Ooh.
looking for the short throw to Bobby Tarantino, it looked like, and it was almost intercepted by J.J. Bailey. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
That looked pretty dangerous, too.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. Whenever you have those quick throws, the receivers need to have your eyes on your quarterback to be ready. And I don't think any of the receivers were ready for that. 2nd and 10. To be 3 receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right.
And J.J. Bailey's been all over the field.
7-step drop for Dots. Pocket collapsing. Finds his target on the right side. Beautiful throw and great catch from Bobby Tarantino. And just like that, Albuquerque's got goal line.
It's very important for Albuquerque to get some points here before halftime. They've got to stay in this game.
That is huge as well. I think a touchdown is going to be big for them, and it's a big catch before the 2-minute warning here in Albuquerque. Philadelphia been giving them the Rocky-esque punch to start them off, but Albuquerque starting to threaten on this drive. We'll be right back in just a few short moments. We got ourselves 120 seconds left to go in this first half. Philadelphia leading this one 21-3 to start off this first half, but Albuquerque is threatening. They're going to start things off with now a 3-receiver set on the right and 1 on the left on this 1st and goal. Dots back to throw. Heavy pressure coming in and almost gets to Bobby Tarantino once again, but in and out of his hands. 2nd and goal.
Nice try. I think you can see nothing but passing plays here from Albuquerque, and I don't blame them.
I don't necessarily blame them either, but if you have a prime position to get Craig Reynolds or Norman Gus involved, you try to get him involved. 2nd and goal. They got 5 receivers out. Don't have to worry about any running backs. Quick drop and a heavy throw over the left side. It is caught. Clarence Lee gets to the end zone and now puts 6 on the board for Albuquerque.
Very nice play, and couldn't come at a better time, Brett. Right before halftime, yeah, you make it a 2-score game before going into the locker room, but you left 2 minutes on the clock for Philadelphia.
That's very true, but they have to take the positives out of this, is that their pass game really got involved as Roquan Dots started to get comfortable out in the pocket, getting his targets, his receivers catching the ball, and they were moving down the field pretty quick, and that's what led to that touchdown. And now they can try to build from this drive. Extra point is up and good. Albuquerque's got double digits on the board, and more importantly, it is now a 21-10 contest. But like you said, $1:53 left in the 2nd quarter. Philly still has plenty of time to respond.
If you're Albuquerque here, you need to put pressure on the quarterback here and make him turn over the ball.
That's very true. Kickoff is up and away. It's going to be returned to the 10-yard line. It's going to be Jared Dumas. Going to get to the 32-yard line. And Philadelphia has 1 minute and 50 seconds to kind of work with whatever they're going to get given. So we might see ourselves a long drive or a short drive this time from Philly to get some points on the board. Two receivers on the left side for Philadelphia on this first down. They got a fullback and a halfback on a straight eye. They are going to hand things off to Brandon Brennenstall. Lowers the shoulder, tries to get past Sullivan Tyson, but does get down, and is going to be 7-yard gain on that first down.
Brennenstall's definitely having himself a game here tonight.
Yeah, and each carry that he gets, that's 4, 5, 6, 7 yards. It really shows how much of a power back he is. Toss play over to Frank Udon, trying to get past one defender in Galloway. Eventually gets tackled right at the line. It's going to be 3rd down for Philadelphia.
If you're Philadelphia here, you still your 3 timeouts. They're in no hurry to use them. Taking their time, really getting the ball down the field.
There's still plenty of time if you're in Philadelphia's side. If you're Albuquerque, you want to stop them now. It's going to be a 3rd run, this time a toss to Brennenstall, and he's not going to get that first down. Sullivan Tyson coming in to wrap Brennenstall up, and it's 4th down for the Cougars.
Albuquerque is very lucky they decided to run to the outside 2 times. and made some great plays defensively.
Yeah, toss right, toss left, and they guessed right both times. Philadelphia's going to shed this clock down to as little as possible to give Albuquerque no chance to score again, possibly make this a 21-17 game, and I don't blame them. Punches up and away. This time it's got a little bit of distance, pushing right all the way to about the 14-yard line. And Clarence Lee is going to get himself some forward progression up to the 22. With 16 seconds left in the second quarter, Rochelle, let's put those head coaching headphones on. What would be your game plan if you're Albuquerque with 16 left?
I think I would not make any crazy decisions here. Just maybe one quick pass, nothing crazy, and go into the locker room.
Well, they're going to set up with 5 receivers to start off on first down. They're going to keep the aggression, moving Dalton Barker to the left side. They might see something out of this Philadelphia defense. 3-step drop, and it's going to be an open catch from Bobby Tarantino. He's going to run himself to the first down. Clock continues to tick. This might be the last play of the second quarter, at least to get a pass down, keep the momentum going before they have to kick things off back to Philadelphia in the third quarter.
I mean, nice little play there. Too bad he couldn't break that tackle. I think he'd have been gone.
There was plenty of space over that left side, and like you said, if he shed that tackle, probably would have been gone. But it is gonzo for the first half, and Albuquerque gets themselves the momentum, but they're still down 21-10 against this Philadelphia Cougar squad. Rochelle, what has been the success of Philadelphia's offense, and how have they gotten to this lead?
Well, Albuquerque, gave them 2 gifts, 2 fumbles on their side of the field, and they, took advantage of those and scored both times. So, been mostly turnover problems so far in the first half.
Yeah, and both those turnovers converting into touchdowns, which has really been the kryptonite to this Adams team so far. You take away those 2 turnovers, and this potentially could be a completely different game in favor of the Adams. But right now we see ourselves a 21-10 game. Like you said, Albuquerque's defense has been out there for a great majority of the game. But yeah, I think the right player to highlight is Brock Williams. 9 of 10 right now. Over 140 yards and a touchdown to his name. He has played like an SFL veteran out there in this contest. And for a chance for Philadelphia to tie first place after 4 weeks, as we welcome you back to Albuquerque, New Mexico. It is 21-10 in favor of the Philadelphia Cougars over the Albuquerque Adams. We're going to start off this third quarter with Philadelphia receiving the kickoff, and now we are underway. It's a booming kick from Janikowski all the way to the 2-yard line. It's going to be returned by the receiver. Jared Dumas once again gets past the 30-yard line, getting to the 33, and that's been the story, in my opinion, of this Philadelphia squad, getting the field position, the great start to their field position, always over that 30-yard mark.
It's amazing. I think they start around 35, on 36 almost every time. This is probably their worst starting field position tonight.
Yeah, and I would agree with that. And another big key to that Philadelphia offense has been that run game, and we suspect they're going to run here on this 1st and 10 at the 33. They still have 2 receivers, so they have an option to throw. And it will be a handoff to Brennan Stahl, trying to get past his offensive lineman. He does, but only gets 2 yards out of it before the swarm of neon green gets to him. Second down.
We have a game update from the other game. Bossier City 3, San Jose 0. Second quarter, 9:37 left in the game. It's a really close game over there.
Very quiet offenses from both those teams so far, but nonetheless, it's a close matchup for Bossier City and San Jose. Second down, they're going to hand things off to Frank Udon, and goes nowhere. In fact, he goes backwards on that one. Great defense from Sidney Galloway to cause the tackle for loss.
I think Albuquerque went in and regrouped with their defense over the halftime break and decided to put a stop to this run game. Doing a good job so far.
Yeah, and that had to have been the key at halftime, is to stop at least one aspect of their game. And now Brock Williams is forced to throw here on third down. Sheds off to the left, still finds his target. defended against two Albuquerque defenders. Ben Shot K hauls in the catch, first down.
Well, Brock Williams is, since I'm no longer a rookie, I've had 3 games in a row, I'm going to show you what I can do. He's very, very confident in the pocket tonight.
Yeah, coming into this contest, Brock Williams was 42 of 91, 46%. Tonight, he's 10 of 11. He's shown that, great composure through these first 21 minutes of this game. First down, they're going to move King Alexander to the left side, kind of balance out that formation. There's going to be a handoff to Udon, who's got plenty of space down the middle, and he's going to push his way for a first down. It took Lucas Gilbert from the opposite side to try to get to him, but Udon gets the first down.
That's the best run Udon's had all night long.
Easily. He's had a couple runs of about 5 or 6, but I don't think he's gotten anywhere close to this 13-yard run that he got that has Philadelphia close to red zone position. First and 10 at the 22. We got 2 receivers to the left, but they're going to hand it off to Brennenstall once again. Gets stuck on McGill, and it causes Albuquerque to get to Brennenstall behind the line. It's going to be called no gain, 2nd and 10.
What I have noticed, Brett, is neither team are putting pressure on the quarterback. So you're giving Williams all day to throw. He's getting comfortable back there. You can put more pressure on him.
It's going to be a throw on 2nd down for Williams. He's going to toss his way left and gets into the hands of King Alexander. Defender can't quite get in front of the football, and that's going to put 6 more on the board for the Cougars.
The defender went for it and missed, and the receiver was just right there waiting for it. Impressive route.
And again, it's the cause of another zone-type play from Albuquerque, causing Sullivan Tyson to come from his free safety spot, try to cover Alexander, and is too late on the interception attempt, and that's what's led to another passing touchdown for Brock Williams to King Alexander. Kick is up, and it is good. That's going to be another 7 points on the board for Philadelphia. This time a much shorter drive, 6 plays in just 2.5 minutes, gets them to 28-10 early in this 3rd quarter. Next week, SFL teams start a flurry of signings. Monday, June 10th at 11 Eastern. Catch up on all the early re-signings and follow along live as free agent signings are unveiled during the Free Agent Frenzy show on SFL YouTube Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Season 23 is almost here, and geez, Rochelle, I'm excited for season 23 coming up.
Me too. I'm excited for the convention also, so.
Oh yeah, got to talk about that convention soon enough, and we will talk about it later on, but Wayne Crabette coming in, he's the proper 81, gets good field position for Albuquerque to start off their drive.
Yeah, nice field position for Albuquerque for a change.
Now, they've had that a couple times now, but at this point, down 28-10 in the 3rd quarter, they got to start capitalizing on these drives. And it starts with this one, 1st and 10, 3 receivers set, offset running back, 2 dots is left. And it is going to be a handoff over to Gus, but he's only going to get 2 yards on the play. Great work from J.J. Bailey to get the tackle.
And to me, I mean, if you're Albuquerque, you don't have to panic. There's still plenty of time, but you have to get points here.
Yeah, and again, we talked about the last time that they got the field goal, though it doesn't matter what kind of points you get. It's a field goal or touchdown, you get to it. Dots stepping back on 2nd down, looking for his target, gets Dot Williams on the right side, stays in front of his defender, keeps an open option for Dots, and he throws it his way. 1st down, Albuquerque.
At this point in the game, I think you need to go to Dots. He's your veteran. You can trust him. He needs to come up with some big plays here.
And there's plenty of targets for Dots to throw to. We know how good someone like a Bobby Tarantino and Dalton Barker can be. We know that Clarence Lee has the receiving touchdown, and Dot Williams and even Tyler Gregory, they can be threats with their big bodies. 1st and 10. Dots with a 2-step drop, finds Tarantino down the middle, gets 9 yards out of it. Again, great work from Dots to find his target, sets up a 2nd and short.
Let me get some you can get a bunch of receivers. You got 3 wide receivers. You got 2 tight ends. I mean, most of them have experience too. So
A lot of them have experience. Barker, Denver player. Bobby Tarantino's a Florida player. They're going to hand things off to Tarantino, who's going to inch his way for the first down. We talked about those tight ends, too. Jacksonville had a lot of love for Dot Williams this season. And Tyler Gregory got some great experience playing for the Louisiana Revolution.
yeah. Tarantino from Florida. Barker from, I mean, like you said, they all have experience. All but Clarence Lee, who's a rookie.
At 1st and 10, it's going to be a 7-step drop for Dots. He's looking for something deep and
Ooh.
almost into the hands of the defender. Great work from the defender. There was Miranda Dumas behind, and there was a defender in front of that target leading to the incompletion.
I think that was Avo Ramsey.
Potentially could have been Havel Ramsey. I think I saw a 25 on that number in front. I'm not entirely sure. We can't see from our booth. We're both blind as a bat, maybe not as blind as Curtis, but you know, we got not so great vision. We both need glasses. 2nd and 10. We got 3 receivers, 2 to the right now after the shift in formation. 3-step drop from Dots, and it's going to be intercepted this time on the right side, but it's going to be fumbled and recovered by Philadelphia. What a series of events that leads to Dominic Shalizzi recovering Philadelphia's own fumble, and nonetheless, it's still Cougar football.
I think K.O. Ramsey had the interception, then he fumbled, and then it was Shalizzi with the recovery of the fumble. Wow, that was a mess.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't call it a mess. I would call it an interesting series of events for sure. But it still leads to Philadelphia handling the football. That is their 3rd turnover of the game, or turnover forced in the game, I should say. Philadelphia has no turnover so far on their side. It'll be 1st and 10, and they're going to go right back to the run game, straight down the middle for Brennan Stahl, and he's not getting up. That is not a good sign for this run game for Philadelphia. He has been an integral part of Philadelphia's game plan here tonight.
And for Philadelphia, this could be a problem. Maybe force together your passing game. Well, your quarterback, has been playing a great game, but he hasn't really thrown the ball that much.
Yeah,
You're forced to throw here and create.
We do have to point out that Frank Udon has played pretty decent so far, and it's going to go right to his shoulders for sure to get that run game going until either Brenestall gets back or if he's done for the rest of the game. Case in point, he's going to push his way forward. Frank Udon for the first down. Keep those chains moving. That's what you need out of your running back.
Nice little rollover play over the defender for that first down.
And Udon's got to be up to task. 6'2", 190. He's got the size. He's got that slender enough body that if he needs to be a speedster, he can. And now it's 1st and 10, split backs formation. Udon getting a rest. And it's going to be a handoff to their 3rd string running back, who's going to get a nice gain out of it. Kirby getting 7 yards to set up 2nd and 3.
You bring your backup in and he picks up 7 yards on his first run. Nice.
Again, you got to give credit to that Philadelphia offensive line being ready to help that run game be so successful. 2nd down, they're going to toss things to Udon. He's going to get stuffed right on that first line by Sidney Galloway. It's only going to be a 1-yard gain, which is going to force a 3rd and 3.
I mean, Philadelphia literally has 8 people on the line.
Mm-hmm. Like they're bringing as much protection as possible to their running backs and to Brock Williams. And they're going to bring it to Kirby one more time. Can he push himself forward? No. Referees say he's a yard short, and it's all thanks to that linebacking core. Seth Berlin and Sonny Sky were a part of it. And boom, just like that, we're going to see Chris Britton fly out that red flag. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take ourselves a retroactive look at the play presented by Retroid. Get your SFL console at goretroid.com. Rochelle, talk to me about this play.
I think he was short. Let's see the replay.
Yeah, initially it looked like he was short. From this angle here, you can't quite tell. Let's see if we can beat on the second one. Man, Sidney Galloway, get out of the way!
I still think he's sharp.
That's a close call. We'll have to see what the referee's decision is.
But is it a first down?
They are going to overturn this, but Britain is not happy on the sidelines. I think this is going to be 4th and inches, and it will be 4th and inches.
It's terrible when you win the challenge, but you don't get your way.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times in the SFL this past season.
Look at that. I mean, a nose. Like a nose of the football.
That's so close. They don't give Philadelphia the first down. And now Albuquerque has an opportunity to get themselves back in this game. Clarence Lee on the return doesn't get a lot out of it. Philadelphia special teams a little bit angry as a result of that challenge, it looks like, giving him the hammer and then some.
That was definitely a big hit on Lee.
Nonetheless, Albuquerque now has another opportunity at the 35-yard line. They have to shake off that turnover from earlier on. They're going to start things off with 4 receivers. Dalton Barker once again. He's been the main shifting guy, this time from left to right.
Quite interesting. They start in quads almost every time and shift, that one
roll out back over. Left, and it's going to be deflected. 3 defenders in the area of the pass. You see the highlighted player looked to be, he was the deflected man. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
And that time he threw a ball and towards the receiver that was not open at all, basically.
Yeah, a bit of a risky throw from Dots, but he's trying to get something from this offense to try to get back into this game. You're down 18. You try anything you can. 3-step drop from Dots. Find his target down the middle, looking for Dot Williams. Cannot corral the target. 45 once again, J.J. Bailey. It's been a part of 2 straight plays and has resulted in Albuquerque getting 0 yards.
Nice defense so far by Philadelphia for sure. 3rd and 10. Here you go with a tray package over there.
Yeah, be focused on that lone side where the one receiver is on the left. They're going to go right instead. It's going to go right into the hands of Dalton Barker, who's going to push his way to the 49, and they get that 3rd down conversion and move the chains.
Nice protection, nice route. Get to the receivers, basically crossing each other. Maybe cause a little bit of confusion for the defenders.
Yeah, and any confusion you can get is going to be a benefit for Albuquerque at this point. And they get Dalton Barker involved once again. I think he's been the main benefactor to Roquan Dots' offense. Aside from that Clarence Lee touchdown, Barker's had a lot of the touches. 1st and 10, 3 receivers once again. This time they're going to move Lee from the left to the right side, be that slot receiver. They got their offset running back and Reynolds in the back. 5-step drop from Dots, and Williams cannot corral the catch. Was wide open down the middle. Once again, that middle of the field is starting to become a little bit of a benefit, but Williams cannot hold on to the football.
That should have been caught. I mean, that was in your hands. You have to catch those.
Yeah, and that's where that youth and inexperience sometimes comes in. Even with Dot Williams being a veteran in the SFLm. 2nd down, they go back to Williams, and this time he gets the haul, and more importantly, another 1st down for the Adams.
That's just the quarterback having confidence in the receiver, saying, "Hey, let's see if we can do this again."
That's exactly it. You don't just say, "Hey, we're done throwing it your way." If they drop a catch, you just get that confidence back in your receiver. In this case, it was a tight end, and you get it back to him, and it pays off. 1st and 10 at the 39. Going to move Williams to the left side, get a little bit extra protection. 5-step drop from Dots once again, shifting over to the left, trying to find his target, Tarantino, and does. And Tarantino crosses the red zone line inside the 20-yard line, and Albuquerque is starting to threaten with that pass game.
And I mean, I'm looking at this game going, wow, how can a receiver be in the middle of the field and be that open almost every time?
Yeah, and it's been a lot of throwing over the linebackers. That's what's been key for both Roquan Dots and Brock Williams, throwing over the hands, the outstretched hands, sometimes the heads of linebackers as well to get to your targets. 1st and 10 once again. It's going to be another 3-receiver set. This time they're going to hand things off to Gus, and he's going to push his way forward for 7 yards. First run in a while for Albuquerque results in a good gain for the Adams.
At this point, you need to keep the defense honest. You got to throw a run in there every once in a while. And look at that, you get 7 yards.
That's exactly so. Get that run in every, 6 or 7 passes. Sometimes even if you have turnover troubles with your running backs, you still got to give them some love. It's going to be a toss play to Tarantino. He's going to push himself past the first down marker, and it's going to be 1st and goal for the second time in this game for the Albuquerque Adams.
That was a nice play call there.
And again, we talked about this earlier, how they like to utilize different players in different positions. And Tarantino, once again, I believe it's 3rd carry in that back position as well. 1st and goal right down the gut for Tarantino again. And he's going to get a couple yards. He'll get himself to the 5. He's going to inch themselves forward. 2nd and goal.
Let's see what Albuquerque does here. Can they go to their passing game again?
Yeah, this play and potentially the next are going to be huge for Albuquerque. It's going to be 1 receiver to the left. They're going to toss things off to Tarantino. He's got some space down the middle. And 1 diving tackle from Ben Bowman stops Tarantino at the 1. 3rd and goal coming up.
He got smacked.
You talk about a Superman dive. You get it from Ben Bowman to stop Tarantino from the end zone. And now Albuquerque has to try things one more time.
Who's back there now?
It's going to be Dalton Barker in the back, this time getting the handoff. Nobody touches him to the end zone. Put 6 on the board for Albuquerque.
Wow, I was like, who's back there this time? I couldn't even tell.
But hey, sometimes that misdirection of changing someone in the back pays off as Dalton Barker gets his 2nd touch of the game and results in 6 points for Albuquerque, a much needed 6 points for Albuquerque with just over 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Credit to the O-line for giving him a hole because he went right up the gut with that.
The kick from Janikowski, earing a little left, but it's still up and good. 11 plays, 66 yards, and 328 gets them the 6 points, or 7 points, I should say, for Albuquerque. Now 28-17, still in favor of Philadelphia. The 2024 SFL convention is headed to South Shore Harbor Resort in League City, Texas, just south of Houston, July 12th to 14th. Featuring live games, flag football, a golf tournament, mini golf, tailgate, pool party, so much more. I don't even know how much more we got here. For all the convention details, visit simulationfl.net/news/convention to reserve your room, see the event schedule, and more. Man, I can't wait for that mini golf.
So you're going to play putt-putt with us? Yay.
Yeah, you know what? I might as well just do everything with you guys, and including, go for a run at Waffle House, go shopping with you guys, do as much as I can while I'm there, right? 1st and 10 is going to be a handoff to Frank Udon. And again, that Philadelphia offensive line is given plenty of space to these running backs, and Udon gets 8 out of it.
I'm sure you're playing flag football again, right, Brett?
I mean, my big body was kind of the highlight of last year, so I'm kind of obligated to go again. 2nd and 10, they've got basically the entire population of Philadelphia on the line. They're going to hand things off, and it's going to be an easy 1st down for Kirby as he stretches to the right side. And that is going to be your final play of the 3rd quarter. Albuquerque threatening here, but Philadelphia still leads in this game 28-17. This is the SFLm on YouTube. We'll be right back.
Of Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Thank you, Albino Superman. This is Brett Solberg along with Rochelle Colston here. Final stanza, 4th quarter. Put your 4s, your 86s, your 12s, any number that you can think of at this point as we enter the 4th quarter in Albuquerque. Philadelphia's got the ball on 1st and 10. Williams to step back and throw, and he throws short, but Alexander still manages to haul in the football for the catch and a quick 1st down for the Cougars.
I have to say, Brock Williams is having a very impressive game.
Yeah, so far just the 1 incompletion coming in. I believe he's 12 of 13. He has looked very strong throughout this game, has not made any mistakes, I would say. Yes, 12 of 13 for 210. He has looked like a stud tonight.
That O-line with the 0 sacks is doing a great job up front.
No, absolutely. You can't discredit them at all. Another pass coming up from Williams. Overthrows the target. It's an interception! Albuquerque gets the turnover that they wanted, and Dylan Bamsler gives Albuquerque a breath of fresh air.
This is what the doctor ordered for Albuquerque here. He's going with a big defensive play, and they sure did.
Man, as much as we have praised Brock Williams' performance, you have to say, that throw to Cables McGill, easily 6 or 7 yards overthrown.
Did I just curse him? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and that's it's fine. It's totally all right. Update out of San Jose, 7-3 in favor of San Jose. Xavier Knight with 4 receptions for 80 yards for Bossier City. Dots back to throw, tries to find Dot Williams, but well covered, causes the ball to go in and out, second down.
He's going to take his time, find his receivers, and make great throws here.
Yeah, just looking at that score over in San Jose, I think we've taken the points away from both Bossier City and San Jose in this matchup. 28-17 here, only 7-3 over there. But we'll take it. 2nd and 10. It's made an exciting matchup here. It's going to be a handoff this time to Craig Reynolds, the first of very few that he's had through this game, but it gets 4 yards for 3rd and 6.
Surprised they're going back to the run game at this point, honestly.
And there should be no doubt about this one. Full receiver set here on 3rd down. 3 on the right side, and they're looking to get it to Tarantino. But the defender, just a few yards ahead, gets his hands on the ball, and it's going to be 4th down for the Adams.
Yeah, right. Get the turnover, then you 3 and out, force a punt by Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think the last thing you think when you're on Albuquerque's mind is that you'll get 4 yards after a turnover, but that's unfortunately what happened to them. Philadelphia's defense coming in clutch after the first turnover of the game for the Cougars. It doesn't pay off for Albuquerque. They're going to get this ball back. King Alexander gets the return and gets about, I don't know, let's go with that in the Canadian conversion, about 2.3 centimeters. Gets basically nothing on that. But nonetheless, Philadelphia still has the football.
Oh, yeah, and with great field position at that.
Yeah, you'll still take it nonetheless. You don't need to gain any yardage when you have good field position to start things off on your drive. 1st and 10 for Philadelphia. They got 2 receivers on the left side. We've seen this formation quite a bit. And then, yes, it does lead to a run up the gut for Frank Udon. He's going to get 5 yards before getting tackled by Sunny Sky. 2nd down.
And Brendan Stahl must still be on the sideline there.
Yeah, it looks like Brennan Stahl has not come back to the game yet. Kirby now subbing in on this formation. They're on 2nd and 5. It's going to be a toss over to Kirby. He's got some space. Does get 3 yards out of it. It's going to set up a 2nd and short for Philadelphia. Has this run game for Philadelphia been hampered by the loss of Brennan Stahl, or has this been more so just ho-hum, hunky-dory going?
Didn't seem to bother them that much, Brett. I mean, they continue using it.
Yeah, and when you're up 11, you try to utilize as much clock as possible, so they keep going with the run game. I don't blame them. 3rd and 2. It's going to be a handoff to Udon, who's got some space, will get the 1st down. And going to get maybe a yard or 2 more, but that's all that Philadelphia wants at this point. 1st downs, shed the clock.
Albuquerque thought up the middle of the gut. They brought extra linebackers in the cover. They just punched the ball outside to get the 1st down.
Yeah, it was good work from Udon as well to get past that initial line. Kirby this time getting the ball, will get a yard out of it, making a 2nd and 9. These Albuquerque linebackers definitely have to be ready for any run, either inside or out.
What you're saying, the Phillies just going to try to run the clock here as much as they can.
Another heavy set. They got 2 tight ends on the left side for 2nd and 9. There's going to be another run, this time up the gut to Udon, who gets plenty of space and will get 7 yards. And man, Frank Udon has definitely stepped up to the task. definitely becoming now their 7-yard man, 3rd and 2.
He's doing a great job since Brendan saw one out. Before we did the the double-headed duel back there. Now it's just Udon in the backup.
Be another handoff this time to Kirby, and he's going to push himself to that first down. And that hit, definitely has left Dylan Bamsler a little bit woozy and is struggling to get up on the field right now. That's another injury on the field. That's a 3rd for us tonight.
That's a big loss because Bamsler, has been all over the field making great plays all night long.
Yeah, starting strong safety, and he's been to task with covering a couple of the receivers as well. I believe I've seen him one-on-one a few times with King Alexander, and now there's going to be a key loss. And definitely have to think the likes of Sullivan Tyson, Maxwell Quimby, and Dustin Sikosi definitely have to step in. Udon, with the delayed handoff, still gets 8 yards after pushing through the line of scrimmage to get ahead. And man, this run game has been really paying off in this 4th quarter for Philadelphia.
If I was Philadelphia, if it's not broken, don't fix it. You're burning the clock, you're doing a great job, and you're moving the ball down the field.
Precisely so. Another toss, this time to Kirby. The Albuquerque defense get to him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss. But I don't think Philadelphia minds. It's still a 3rd and short.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we see another run right here.
Now we're inching closer to 6 minutes left in this 4th quarter. Philly still have a heavy formation. They've got about 8 on the line at the moment. Udon tries a spin move to get away from a defender. That might have been a little bit of a bad thing to do, but nonetheless, it's going to cause a 4th and 1 coming up for Philadelphia.
Yeah, Lucas Gilbert, number 59, the inside linebacker with a great stop there.
Yeah, again, great work from this linebacking core for Albuquerque. When they need their linebackers to step up, they will. 41-yarder coming up. It's going to be up and good. They still get the 3 points on that drive and take 3 minutes off the clock. Gramatica gets another 3 points on the board for Philadelphia, make it 31-17 in this matchup for Philadelphia.
So it's still, still a 2-score game here.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time if I'm thinking Albuquerque's way to get 2 scores out of this. They just need to hustle up their drives at this point. Maybe start thinking about the hurry-up formation. Kickoff returned about the 10-yard line from Clarence Lean. He's getting some good space down the middle of the field, getting himself to the 34-yard line, and that is where Albuquerque is going to start off this drive. You're down 2 scores. You have to think get to the end zone on these last 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
You put everything in the hands of Roquan Dots at this point.
I wouldn't blame you for going for Dots' way. He has been consistent at times. He has had some consistencies as well, but he has been solid tonight. 1st and 10. They've got 3 receivers. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Going to start things off with a handoff to Gus. And he's going to lose yards on that play. Great work from the defensive line of Philadelphia to get the 1-yard loss.
I'm a little confused by this spread.
I think they're trying to establish something of an offense. I don't think they want to go, 3 straight passes, trying to make their offense too predictable. There you see a quick step drop from Roquan Dots looking for his target. Finds Tarantino down the middle and flips the field immediately. And there's that hurry-up formation from Albuquerque. It's going to be another drop step from Dots. He's going to sling it down the middle again, looking for Clarence Lee, and is broken up by the linebacker down the middle of the field. 2nd and 10.
A great job by the O-line, giving Dots basically all day to throw the ball.
Interestingly enough, we have not seen a single sack in this matchup with either defenses. Both quarterbacks have stayed clean.
Amazing. I don't think either team is applying much pressure either, though.
I'm just knocking on wood just in case if I made a curse to Roquan Dots at this point.
Just knock 2.
Yeah. Quick step drop from Dots. Finds an open receiver on the left side, and he's got man to chase away. He gets to the end zone. Talk about your quick drives. They get one from Wayne Crabette. Put 6 on the board for Albuquerque.
And that time the receiver just got behind the defense and dodged through a dot. And it was off to the races and touchdown Albuquerque. Now things will get interesting.
Yeah, getting past some daunting defenders on that left side, and just had the speed and the wherewithal to stay left, not to veer off any direction, get to the end zone, and that is a huge touchdown for Albuquerque. They get that done in under a minute as well. So it's now all about the Albuquerque defense in stopping the ensuing Philadelphia drive at this point. Kick is up and good from Janikowski. That's going to make it 31-24. 4 plays in 52 seconds from Albuquerque. Great drive.
And they're going to take it deep. I like this decision here.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time. Oh, they're going to onside this with 4:38 left to go. And it's going to go straight into the hands of the return team. And they're going to start in prime field position, the 32-yard line. That's pretty much almost in field goal range for their kicker as well.
Yeah, I think if I was Albuquerque, I kicked it deep, trusted my defense, but hey.
That's the first time in a while we've seen something like that with that much time left. 4:30, it was a 4:38 left to go, and they go with an onside kick. And now it doesn't pay off for them, and Philadelphia has great field position. Albuquerque definitely needs to stop now.
Exception.
Going to shift the fullback. Looks to be Cables McGill. Normally a tight end. And Williams is going to go back to throw. 5-step drop. Finds King Alexander down the middle off the right side hash. And just like that, Philadelphia's almost in goal line territory.
And I don't think to myself, why is Philadelphia going to throw the ball right here? It's the last thing I've done.
And yeah, it's very interesting from both these teams, but Brock Williams, despite the interception, has been very hot all game. Just 2 incompletions throughout this game. And you just want to stick it to your hot hand, and then maybe you can kind of change things up here. 1st and 10 at the 10.5-yard line. Williams back to throw. He decides to scramble it, and he's going to get to the end zone. Brock Williams, what a performance from this young man. Put 6 on the board, back to Philadelphia's side.
What in the world just happened? Oh my goodness, Fred.
Not only was that pocket collapsing, there was no time for Brock to decide who to throw it to, so he trusts on his legs to get to the end zone, and Albuquerque's defense is just too late for it. 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown from Brock Williams. What a performance this week from the young man.
Big move, Fred. I was impressed.
That was what would you say? That's close to Marcus Dunhill levels of scrambling out there, I would say. Great work. Great work from Brock Williams tonight. Now the game is 38-24, back to a 14-point lead. And Albuquerque's got to do this all over again with 4 to go.
I think Albuquerque's going to regret that onside kick decision there.
Returned by Lee at the 6. Gets past 1 defender, past the 30, trying to shed left, and eventually gets stopped at the 35. 3:55 left to go, and you're in the same position as you were about 2 minutes ago. What does Albuquerque need to do again to get back to the end zone?
Rinse and repeat. I mean, basically, yeah, get down to the end zone in a hurry. He did it in less than a minute last drive. You got to do it again.
Yeah, you got to find that magic that worked before. And that's no nonsense here. They're passing on 1st down. 5 receivers, trips, bunch to the left.
Empty backfield, too. Wow.
Quick step drop from Dots. Finds Williams over on the right side. It's going to get that 1st down, and it's going to be a quick hurry up. 15-29 for Roquan Dots, nearing 300 yards. It's going to be a 5-step drop, looking for another target. Finds Clarence Lee on the left side, and they're going to continue this hurry up until their legs run dry at this point. It's going to be another quick step drop, trying to find Williams on the right side. Doesn't get to it. In and out of the hands, and now they can breathe a little bit. 3rd and 3.
Okay, that was a quick couple of plays there.
More importantly, they got themselves in enemy territory as well. They are inside the 45. But this is a big 3rd and 3 coming up. Dots will have 3 receivers to choose from if he wants to pass. And they're going to move Barker over to the left slot side. Play clock down to 5. They are going to get it off. 5-step drop from Dots. Looking for Barker. Gets Barker inside the 25. Now over 300 yards with Roquan Dots. Back to the hurry up.
Nice catch in heavy traffic there.
And it's going to be a dump off to Tyler Gregory, the tight end who has played running back in some split back formations. Gets 3 yards. It's going to be back to the hurry up. 5-step drop from Dots. Looking down middle for Barker. In and out of the hands. J.J. Bailey was in the vicinity as well as Dominic Shalizzi to break up that pass. 3rd and 7.
Great defensive play by Shalizzi there. He's made a bunch of plays out there tonight already.
Yeah, it came in from that free safety side and just went for the tackle instead of the pass, which was a good decision on that one. 3rd and 7, 3 receivers on the left. It'll be a 5-step drop. Pressure getting to him, but connects with Clarence Lee. Albuquerque strikes again with the pass. Puts 6 more on the board for Albuquerque.
Wow, and Clarence Lee just got behind the defenders once again in the end zone by himself with a great pass by Dots.
And again, getting past the defenders. And those aren't, you're just run-of-the-mill defenders. Those are some former SFL, or not former, current SFL players in that defensive secondary as well. And you're getting past them. Clarence Lee, you're getting yourself some draft stock early on. Kick is up and good from Janikowski, and now we got ourselves a 38-31 game with just under 3 minutes left to go. Are they going to go onside again?
I hope not.
And they are. They're going to try that again one more time, as Hulk Hogan would say in 2003, and again, it is recovered by Philadelphia. Jonathan Kilgore gets the return and now has them at the Albuquerque 37.
You got your best hands out there, your tight end. Someone with a big catch right there.
Yeah, you gotta have your guys with the hands out over in that front line of the onside. And it pays off once again. Philadelphia in prime field position inside the 37. And they've got a heavy run formation coming up. Daisy Peace moves over to the right side, protecting the right. It's going to be a toss play to Udon on that right side. And it's going to be the returning Dylan Bamsler to come in to stop Udon, but not before a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
If I was Philadelphia, this is all you'll see from me the rest of the evening. You'll see my 2 running backs.
Yeah, and still no sign of Brandon Brennenstall, which probably means he is done for the night. And we're going to see a lot of Udon and Kirby Love moving forward. Now down to 2.5 minutes in this 4th quarter. It's again a heavy set. This time more so protecting the left side. You got 2 tight ends on the left, including Kilgore, who had that return on the onside kick. Clock down to 2. They will toss it to Kirby. And he is going to get that. Oh, he got close to the first down, but gets stopped. It looked to me that Sullivan Tyson came in with that last-ditch tackle to make it 3rd and inches.
I was so close.
And now we've got the final 2 minutes of this 4th quarter. Albuquerque has valiantly fought back, but are still down 7, 38-31 with 2 minutes left to go. Last 120 seconds of this matchup between Philadelphia and Albuquerque. 7-point game, 3rd and inches. They're going to give it to Udon, and he's going to push himself forward for the first down. Albuquerque's going to call their first timeout.
Udon doing a great job there picking the first down. He's had a pretty good second half.
And he's definitely been the highlight of this run game in the second half, with Brandon Brennenstall going down late in that 3rd quarter. It has been the Frank Udon show And we'll go back to him on this first
Nice.
down. He's got plenty of space, and we'll get another first down. 12-yard run causes Albuquerque to call their second timeout.
Does he look tired to you, Brett? Because I don't think he looks tired at all.
No, it's been a while since I've seen a running back not look as tired as before. Udon definitely brunting the load. 23 carries now for Udon, which I believe is close to his season total. And they're going to give it one more time. A toss to the right for Udon. Only gets a yard out of it, but more importantly, they get Albuquerque to call their third and final timeout.
See if they can do that one more time. See if Udon can break 100 yards today.
He's getting close. I believe he's only 3 yards short now after the 1 yard gain. And he does have more carries than he's had, in the first 3 games. He had 25 coming in. I believe he's got more than that tonight. 2nd and 9. They're going to give things off to Udon, who's struggling to get past, but he is going to get another yard. Dustin, this is the name I'm going to not be great with, Sikose. Dustin Sikose with the tackle.
If you're Philadelphia, do you chance throwing here, or you just run the ball and kick a field goal?
Well, you're already in field goal range. I don't see really the point in trying to get another touchdown. That would seal things, but you're so close in enemy territory right now. I wouldn't try to break that off. Nonetheless, they got split backs here on 3rd and 8 with 3 receivers. They are going to send Cables and McGill to the line.
Interesting.
Play clock down to 2. They will give it off to Kirby, who's got space. Will not get the first down, but does get to the 5-yard line, which is going to be essentially going to be a chip shot for Gramatica, and will get that final 3 points if they wish to get that off.
Yeah, you're going to leave Albuquerque very little time on the clock.
With it being a 10, if they do make this field goal from 22, it will be a 10-point lead with about 20 seconds left. And that's not including whatever time gets cut off from the kickoff as well. Kick from Gramatica. He tries to go heavy left, and it works out for him. Kick is good. It's going to be another 3 on the board for Philadelphia. It's going to be 41-31 with 22 seconds left to go.
Yeah, Albuquerque used all their timeouts, so
yeah, big thing for them at this point. They have to focus really much on getting this kickoff return in either good field position or get themselves a kickoff return touchdown, as the kick is up and away. Lee receives it at the 3-yard line and immediately gets stuffed at the 28-yard line. Albuquerque's got 18 seconds to see if they can get some points.
in the other game, Bossier City 6, San Jose 14, beginning of the 4th quarter.
Start of the 4th quarter for them, and you know what? I think my statement stays true. I think we stole their points, considering that we have 72 on the board to their 20. I think we've had the more offensively exciting game, I'd say.
Definitely.
1st and 10 for Albuquerque, 18 ticks left to go. They're going to set up with 4 receivers. They're going to move Crabette over to the slot left side. Five-step drop from Dots, looking for Williams on the right side. And again, it's in and out of his hands. Maybe a little bit of contact from the defenders, but it's an incompletion nonetheless.
I'm thinking you have to go, you may have 1 or 2 plays, you have to go long, and you can't have an open field tackle.
Yeah, time is starting to run really short for Albuquerque. Clock is about to strike midnight for their chances to get to 2-2. Quick step from Dots. Finds Williams down the middle, but they got to hurry things up. Down to 10 seconds on the game clock. Down to 5.
What's he doing?
And they're going to spike it with 2 seconds left.
I wasn't sure he was going to spike it at all there for a second.
Yeah, the offense kind of slowly moseyed their way to the line. And Dots had to wait for the crew to get fully formed. And now Guess you could safely say that Philadelphia is going to get themselves to 3-1, but not without one last-ditch effort from Loquan Dots. Going to step things back, heave this baby down deep, finds Clarence Lee, but can't get to the 20-yard line. It's an impressive catch from Lee, but it does not get any points as a result. Philadelphia is going to run away with this one in a 10-point victory and get themselves a tie for first place with a 3-1 record after 4 weeks. Final score, 41-31 in favor of the Cougars. Rochelle, what a contest.
Definitely. It was a very exciting game to the very last play, basically.
And talk about the performances from Frank Udon and Brock Williams. Those two were very impressive tonight, really led their way offensively.
Look at the rushing yards on the Philadelphia side, almost 200 yards for this team.
Yeah, it started off with Brandon Brennenstall really getting involved, and then when he went down, Frank Udon and company really just continued to carry that way. And the big thing for Philadelphia, they outpaced them in time of possession by over 5 minutes.
Yeah,
And that's going to be a key difference maker. But great performances nonetheless from Roquan Dots, from Clarence Lee with the 2 receiving touchdowns, as well as Dalton Barker. There's been a lot of action on the defense, all-around effort from both these teams, but it was an offensive showcase. Over 860 yards of total offense between these two teams ends in a 41-31 victory for the Philadelphia Cougars. That'll do it for us tonight here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I've been Brett Solberg alongside Rochelle Colston and producer commissioner extraordinaire Cameron Irvine. We would like to wish you all a bidoo.
Good night, everybody.